Hey guys, it's Darlene and welcome to my channel. Alright, so today's video is on how I get my face to look self-tanned without using a self-tanner. That nice bronzed glowy look. So without further ado, let's begin. Alright you guys, so we've pinned the hair back and we are ready to get this ghost white face a little more like our self-tanner here. If you haven't seen that self-tanning body video, I will list it in the description box for you. I have my eye makeup on, well, upper eyes, false eyelashes, and so we're just going to concentrate. The only thing I have on my face is serums. I have the new product that I'm obsessed by. You guys have to watch that video. First and foremost, if you're already subscribed to my channel, I want to say thank you so very much. If you are not yet subscribed, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any videos. All right, so I don't self-tan my face. For those of you that missed the video on how I go about getting a self-tan, my favorite self-tanners, I will list that video in the description box, but I only go from here down, self-tanning. So I'm gonna show you what I do so that my face matches my arms and the rest of my body. So we're gonna go ahead and get barefaced and go ahead and get started. Okie dokie. So the first thing that I'm going to put on is La Roche Posay. This is a 50 SPF sunscreen, and it is a beautiful sunscreen. Now, why am I saying, oh, this is going to add to the glowy, dewy, sun-kissed skin? Because it has remember, I love a multitasker, so not only are we protecting our sun with a 50 UVA, UVB. But it has a pore minimizer quality to it, very similar to the City Beauty. I think it's as good? No, I wish it was tinted. But that's okay. It still gives this beautiful, you will feel it. You'll feel it, and if you want something that was close to City Beauty and you love City Beauty, then there we go. I have to kind of see both. I got a little dot up here of my eyelash glue, which is black, and it's driving me crazy. So the skin's prepped, okay? We've got now this moisturizer is everything. The Tatcha Dewy, I'm obsessed by it. This is probably my third jar. I love it, and I'm probably already, a good portion into it. So we've done this would be step 1 in getting that glowy, dewy skin. Step 2 would be a sunscreen. This one is my favorite, La Roche Posay. That name is just a killer. Okay, so the next thing is Wikilex Tinted Moisturizer. Love this. Now I have moved to medium because we are in spring and summer. I just put it on, and I will tell you something. I usually, for those of you that have watched my channel, you know I hate using my fingers, but in this case, the fingers are the best. It beats out a brush, it beats out a beauty blender, it beats out all of it. Your product will go farther, and you'll just get better coverage. It's just a fact, and although I don't like doing it, and yes, I'm gonna go down my neck, but remember in the video of the body, I've already gone up to here, but we're still gonna do a little blending, right? And we don't have to get all crazy about it. I don't go under my eyes. The less product under these eyes because of the little fine lines, the better. So that is number 1. During the winter time, I still use this. I just use it in light. The next thing is Glotion. I love this. This is, I think I have it in 903. And so I put a little of this. I don't put it all over. What I do, again, it's just a nice cream format, is I kind of put it where the sun would kiss you, if you will. So, we get kisses on the top of our nose, and we get the kisses on our cheek. And then I will rub this in with a brush. Told you guys, it just drives me crazy. So I'm just gonna kind of tap it in across the nose, you know, and then what's left, we can go over the forehead. And, you know, the other thing is we'll just kind of make sure everything is blended well. Now, foundation. So I'm kind of obsessed by one foundation and have been for a couple years now, because, well, it's an awesome foundation. Favorite foundation, the Estée Lauder Future Hydra. It hydrates the skin. It makes the skin look moisturized. It doesn't fall into the fine lines or wrinkles. It's beautiful. And I have some major marionette lines, although with that new City Beauty product, there's less of them. So we like that. I don't use a whole lot. Sometimes I won't use foundation. A lot of times I won't use foundation at all. But this is sort of just a nice, let's get the skin all one, you know, beautiful canvas. But it's not, it's medium coverage. I would say it's medium coverage. This also, by the way, has an SPF of 45, although how much you'd have to put on to... But see how it's blending beautiful into the neck, and we're getting closer in color than we were, you know, a few minutes ago. And all right, so that is the foundation. I'm going to bring you in just a tiny bit more. There we go. Okay, now, of course, I have to put on a little bit of concealer, but before I do that, the next thing is I'm a contour, but let's say you didn't want to contour. I won't contour today. I like it, but it's fine. So I have two bronzers that I would recommend. The Chanel, and then I also use Estée Lauder Bronze Goddess in 01 Halo. The Chanel is 390 Soleil Tan. I love both of them. It really is your preference. If you want a more natural bronzer, I would go with the Chanel. If you want, and this is a cream versus a powder. So let me just, I'm gonna swatch. I don't know if this will swatch both, but we'll try. I'm using this finger here. So one is a powder and one is a cream. So this is the Chanel. I have to make sure where I'm at. This is the Chanel, and then this is the Estee Lauder. Both are awesome. It just depends on what you're feeling like. It just depends on my mood, honestly. It literally just depends on my mood. I take an angled brush and I just swirl it, and you can get a lot on the brush. That's what's great. You get a lot because you don't have to worry, oh my gosh. Where the powder, the Bronze Goddess, you have to tap, tap, tap. Okay, so just be aware of that. I always start up here, I don't know why, and then kind of work my way down. And then what I'm doing is bronzing and contouring at the same time, since I said that I wasn't going to contour. But since I have no cheekbones, we've got to contour a little, you guys. And I'm going to go right under the jawline to, you know, help me have a jawline, and then just go down the neck, and then just really concentrate. What I do is, this is an angled brush, so I try and get the majority of the product at the very angle when I'm doing the cheeks. And then we can put a little on the nose and just warm our skin up. So it works really well. Now, if we wanted to go into the powder, you could see I've hit pan. That's how much I love this. I'm just going to tap a little, and then I'm going to tap all of it off. And then it's just, you could see instantly that it's going to just be a stronger, more pronounced bronzer. Okay, so, which I don't mind under the jawline. Now, there's a little trick that I do. I've shown this a million times. I take the Coty Air Spun, that didn't want to come out, and I take a little bit, I just use one of the baby blender. You could use a Blendiful. This is you could use a beauty blender. I use a Tati Blendiful. And what I do is just go right across here. You don't need to do this, guys, but since I'm kind of doing my makeup with you here, face makeup anyways, I do it to make definition between the cheek and the jaw. I just let it sit there. Just sit there and do its thing. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's just add the concealer while we're here. Should we do that? Let's just add, I don't add a whole lot, okay? I add a little inner corner, outer corner. I'm gonna do a tiny bit here to brighten that, and then I am gonna just go down the nose, even though I didn't contour, because we did no contour. I'm trying to make it easy for you guys. But I have to, well, but my eyes look 100 times better. My new favorite brush is by DBeauty. This is a angled brush. Look at that. Nice and big, but it's angled flat. It is perfection in getting in the corner. And then I go along the tear trough because nothing's going to hide that, my friend. This is all about camouflage. If I go along that tear trough, I'm bringing light into dark. A tear trough is darkness. And then what's left over, I bring up. So I'm not using a whole lot. Even the few dots that I put here, that's not all going under my eye. That's going along the tear trough all the way up, because we're going to pull the eye up. And then what's left over, and then I give a nice little swipe. I'm going to go down the nose gently here and a little bit on the forehead, just to brighten that little area. What it'll do is really then accentuate the beautiful bronze that you've done. And there we have our cute little nose. The other thing I do is I kind of go along, and the finishing powder is Bella Pierre. It's magic. Watch this. Magic. Go along. Magic. And you just tap off all the excess. All of it. All the excess. And then what's left, I will put along the nasolabial fold, along the lip line, and we powdered here. There. So wherever I put concealer, I just added a little bit of powder. Now let's do a beautiful blush. So, you know, I'm obsessed by this palette. I've had it for years. I mean, I absolutely love it. You can see that I pretty much use, well, the blushes. I mix these two blushes all the time. The other one I like is NARS Orgasm. That's a good one too. I use that a lot. But what I love doing, I think this is such a great palette, you guys, that I'm going to use this one and I'll show you what I do. So what I do, okay, so it depends. If it was fall or winter, I'd use this. It is spring and summer. This looks like, oh my God, it's so bright. No, it's not. Well, I mean, it is, but it isn't. Look how bright that looks. But what I do is I just take one or two little pops of that, and then I just go along high up, like as if I was putting highlighter on. But we're not highlight. Well, we might highlight today. You never know. So you just want to go up high. That's all. And there you have it. And now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and just wipe whatever is left of the Coty Airspun. And then I'm going to take a teeny, itty bitty tiny bit of that Bella Pierre. And I mean, get all of it off, you guys. And then I'm just going to lightly dust the face. Very lightly. Okay, so I haven't done my lower eyelids. Let me do that off camera because you've seen me do that before. And then I'm going to wipe the City Beauty off because it's done its job. It's pulled out some pink in my color. It's pulled out some pink. It's plumped the lips. So we want to get them ready for a nice lipstick. Let's do that. Let's just do the lips and then I'll do the eyes. That's never the way I do it, but hey, what the heck. All right, so let's do Rose. Rose is one of those colors that is just a really great neutral. It'll go with, if you want to do mauves, it'll go with mauves. If you want to do more tans, it'll go. It's just a really good, like if you said, Darlene, what's one color? I would say mauve. I mean, I would say rose. It is rose, right? Yeah, I would say rose. Now, what's beautiful about this lip liner, and here's the thing. So we did a few things today. We used the City Beauty Marionette Line treatment on the lips. We City Beauty'd lip gloss, plumped them, and I overline, always do. And so those little lines that we get as we age become less noticeable without injections. Then when you use a really great lip liner like City Beauty that does not run into the lines or anything like that, it's perfect. I am going to use Estée Lauder Intense Nude. This is a great, again, goes with everything. If you want, like, I don't know what, you know, I've got 20 million. I always pull this one because I'm like, you know what? It'll go with them all. Now, if you wanted to do a little bit, excuse me, if you wanted to do a little bit more of a nude because you're thinking, you know what, I just want to go a little nude, let's put a little nude on top of it. This one is, because it's the Rouge color, Naked City, which I really like this. And you can see that I've put it over top many times. There we go. So let me finish my under eyes and I will be back. As last step, if we want to add a little bit of sparkle, first I would set my I'm going to use setting spray, especially during the summer. It's super hydrating, moisturizing, and it helps keep your makeup on, especially if you have humidity or anything like that. We don't have a whole lot of humidity here in Connecticut, thank goodness, but spray. Now, before it dries, take a brush, take a little highlighter of your choice. Here's a little trick. And do just a teeny tiny amount while the face is a little bit wet, and it helps just blend that so beautifully. It doesn't look dry or powdery or cakey or anything like that. So guys, that is it. That is how I get my face to match my body when I'm doing a self tanner, because I don't like self tanners on my face. It's just what happens is all of the little freckles and moles and age spots that I have on my face, they become darker. Even on my body, they become darker. Like this little puppy here became darker when I used a self tanner. It's just gonna happen. I don't mind so much on my body, but on my face, I do mind. It's really simple. Do you have to do the whole face like I did? No. So if I were doing this and say you said to yourself, you know what, I don't want to do like a full face. I don't want to put foundation on or anything like that. Here, simple. Use a nice, good moisturizer that is hydrating moisturizer. The Tatcha Dewy is the bomb. I love it. Then, obviously, a sunscreen. Find a sunscreen that does more than one thing. I love a sunscreen that is either tinted or has pore minimizing ingredients in it. This one does. It's not tinted, but it has the pore minimizing. And then these two. This is a 1-2 punch. Winky Lux Tinted Moisturizer. Go with whatever color you're working with. They have light, medium, and I think they have dark. This is medium. And then the Glotion. That just gives a really beautiful kind of a highlight to the skin from within, if that makes sense, versus, you know, the highlighter that I put on. So you use those, and then we have to bronze. You're gonna have to bronze. You're gonna have to do a little bit of bronzing. I would suggest, if you're new to bronzing, or you're like, oh no, you know, the powder one is just too much, go with the Chanel. First of all, it's gonna last you a million years, it's just beautiful, and I will list everything in the description box with what I put on today so that you can, you don't have to remember what I'm saying to you. You can just look in that description box and it'll be in there. But this is super, super beautiful. And what I love about it is it's just really gorgeous. It just glides on. You could put it on the back. You could take a brush and you could put it on the backs of your hands. You know, sometimes I don't go all the way up because my wedding ring's on there if I forget. So you could take a little bit and just put it on the back of the hand. See? Literally. That's it. And then look. It looks lighter because of the, but you could just add it. Add it to your neck. You know, if you didn't go up your neck and you didn't want to go up your neck or you forgot to go up your neck, get the décolleté. Perfect. It's great. I highly recommend this. And then you're done. And then the thing is, if you have hooded eyes like I do and you don't want to do full makeup, then you know what you do? Take the same thing, take a little brush. I'm going to do it right over what I have. I do this all the time. I'm obsessed with eyelashes. You guys know this, but pretend the eyelashes aren't there. But you want to still conceal the hooded eyes. You're going to the beach. And you just, you know, you want to, obviously we're going to protect we're going to have a sun hat, big glasses, whatever. But go up high with like a bronzer and that's it. Boom, done. That's it. I've done that. Just go up high and boom, it raises it. Your eyelids, so it's great. All right, you guys, well, that is it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, will you take a minute, hit that thumbs up, and if you missed the other video, it's in the description box, so just get there. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.